Good morning. I told you before I like to say good morning no matter what time of the day it is. And to tell you that I love you wherever you are in this now moment on this earth plane. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's been a while since I've come to you. And it's been a long time since I've read to you. I chose to put on my, I just went for over an hour walk. I've been walking for peace this week in support of British Sterling Malone II. He's on his peace walk across America 2021. And I met him Sunday when I was coming back from Northwest Arkansas, some time over the weekend with girlfriends, and he was on US 64. I took a route home I've never taken before and just stopped and asked him what he needed to continue on his walk. We were joined by another man who shared his life story, David Johnson, and just feel like we're all forever changed. We had a meal together and did a little Facebook live conversation between three strangers, three souls with different stories that may have at other points in life had barriers between us, but we were breaking down those barriers and existing in love, sharing the love with each other. Well, again, it's been a while since I've read to you, and so if you remember when I started my YouTube channel in October of 2020, my purpose was to share with everyone the tools that I use to change the channel in my brain when I need some assistance because I don't like the conversation I'm having, or I'm dealing with depression that day, or oh, the most beautiful bird just flew over. I'm sitting out on my back deck just surrounded by Arkansas beauty and just all this green. Yes, it's moist, but I'm just loving it. Getting up probably 2-3 hours earlier than is my norm, and going for that walk every morning before the heat gets too intense. But I've referenced, I noticed another video on the YouTube channel where I referenced this book, We Are the World We Walk Through by Margaret Laird. I highly recommend it. It's some tense reading, and I don't always understand exactly what she's saying, but that's okay. I don't know, there's just those moments where something just really resonates. Excuse me a minute, I'm taking off my shoes and socks on my hot, sweaty walk. Thank you all, for anybody who tuned in to Sounds of Unity last night with our featured artist, songwriter Mark Curry. And we did a shout out to British last night and shared my song Facilitate the Get Along. I think before I start reading this, one thing I also want to put out there is I do have a song, and I'll have to find it and see if I can sing it for y'all. And for a while I started a Facebook page called I Am Ing. And it came from Margaret Laird. And it was from a section, I don't think it's a section I'm going to read today, that said, I am not the walker or the walked. I am the walking of my dog. I am not the petter or the pet. I am the petting of my cat. I am not the lover or the loved. I am the loving. Let that land today. If you don't have any more time to spend with me this morning and continue on as this video progresses, just let that land. That would be complete. I am not the lover or the loved. Most of us spend so much of our time and energy trying to be a better lover to all, or desperate to feel loved and embraced by others. But we are neither the lover nor the loved, believe it or not. I mean, we're obviously having a human experience, so we're both. We're all of that. But at our deepest core, at the truth of our being, we are the loving. All right, so what has Margaret got for us this morning? I'm not even sure. Oops. I could have just done my reading by myself, which I do most mornings, and I thought, they're just just might be some gems in here that just really benefit all. Oh, wow. I write so much in the margins when I'm exploring and finding things that resonate with me. Lots of sections in here. So I'm going to trust it. And again, y'all have heard me say on my channel, I am a promoter, hopefully a promoter of peace. I want to help you tap into your joy that maybe got buried along the way underneath life's commitments, life's demands, life's stressors. I want to promote both peace and love among all. And honestly, I forgot my thought. I'm on my cell phone and it's kind of blowing up. I'm getting little messages here. They're distracting me just a little. Oh, I know. I just wanted to remind you that my desire is to, again, to be love, to share love, to be the loving that I am, and to share that essence, that energetic, to help us all raise our vibration, to make us more consciously aware every day. But what I have to say, or what I might read from this particular author, may or may not resonate with you, and let that be okay. I tell my clients that I work with, just imagine there's this imaginary trash can beside us, and if what I share resonates with you and feels like your truth, let it land, and if it doesn't, just throw it in that imaginary trash can, or let it pass on by like a cloud just floating by. I am here to, again, share the love, not to create barriers or confusion. So, I consciously am. Again, this is Margaret Laird. We are the world we walk through. Page 2, should you ever get the book. I consciously am. Conscious identity, thinking, is mind self-identified. In being myself, the conscious infinitude of existence, I am all-knowing. I am not a knower that knows anything, but the knowing that is all things. I could stop right there. Gosh, it just feels like that's what the theme of this week has been. We try to be the knower, don't we? We try to know. We try to share with others what we know. Sometimes we beat them over the head with what we know, what we think, what we are just sure is truth for everybody. But I'm not the knower of anything. I am the knowing that is all things. Just sit with that for a moment. It may resonate, it may not. You may not know what the heck I'm talking about or Margaret is talking about, and that's okay too. Just feel the love. Let's see what else she's got for us this morning. I've determined to make my videos a little bit shorter, so we're going to do just another couple minutes. I am not the thinker of thoughts, but the thinking that is mind, capital M, disclosing the good, capital G. My thoughts are not mine, but I. They are the phenomena of mind happening to me as me. Now that gets a little bit, every time I read that, the idea of my thoughts are not mine, but I kind of get it. It's almost like the big I that is the part of us that is God within each and every one of us, versus the little I, which is ego. I once said, Gene Reed, congratulations, Gene. He was nominated for the Arkansas Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021, and I'm just so excited for him. And when we started Sounds of Unity, our songwriter showcase to promote Arkansas artists 4 years ago, he came in one day and I was like busy trying to get ready, and I was just like, oh, I'm so frantic. And I didn't like the feeling I had inside me. I wasn't feeling peace and chill and love, even joy in that moment. And he came in and he may have asked me, how are you? And I'm like, this ego just gets in the way. I don't remember what I said about my ego. And he looked at me lovingly and said, And where would we be without it, Laura? That's a whole nother concept to sit with. I think we've been taught in spiritual realms, spiritual, I don't know what word I'm looking for, that ego's bad. That we need to get rid of ego. The Mayans have a saying. The Mayans are, you'll hear me reference them because I've studied with an elder for over 11 years, and there's a lot of misinformation out there about them. They're statues that are headless. People are like, oh, it's because they used to cut heads off and kick them around on a ball court. And it's like, oh, my teacher just recoils when he hears that. You can imagine. And he's like, no, it's just a symbol, Laura. It's a symbol for cutting off the head, the ego, and living from the heart. Did I already mention this? I put it on and then I think I got distracted. I put this on specifically to say good morning to Gosha Kessner. She's an amazing artist here in Arkansas, and she's made quite a few pieces for me as an artist myself on stage sharing, and I love the resonance of this. It's Arkansas Druzy. Can you see that? Is the light playing on it? Oh, I already went over 10 minutes. Y'all know me. I like to ramble. And if something catches my eye or pops into my mind or touches my heart, then I go with it. So let's see. There's anything here I want to finish just kind of sharing with you before I do cut this video off for the day. When I live my divinity unself-consciously, my consciousness split into inner and outer, I live in the imagination as man, sorrowful in my joy, lacking in my abundance, dying in my living. Wow. Oh, goodness. Enlightenment is self-discovery. It is freedom from fixed thought habits and is a state of boundless being. Read that one more time. This kind of sums up why I started my channel. And put whatever word, again, resonates with you. Enlightenment can be kind of loaded for some of us. Oh, I'm so enlightened, or I'm striving to become enlightened. That can be a trap in itself, I guess. I do want to be more conscious. To me, consciousness represents love, which represents God. Enlightenment is self-discovery. It is freedom. Here's the point for me. It is freedom from fixed thought habits and is a state of boundless being. I have a friend that, I want my friends to feel like they're free to share their troubles with me, but sometimes I'm an empath and a bit like a sponge, and I can absorb some things. So sometimes I get kind of tense around that, and I never mean to be anything less than loving in response to anyone who shares with me. I do a much better job with my clients. It's odd. I don't feel the need to fix or change my clients who come to me. I'm able to just be unconditional, positive regard, non-judgmental. It actually is my nature and comes to me easily with my clients, but sometimes with my loved ones, my friends and family. Why am I telling you that? It had to do with boundless being. Our fixed thought habits. Yeah, we are not our thoughts. We're not our feelings. We're not even just this body. We inhabit it, spirit inhabiting form. We are God expressing as. Sit with that, and however that what I just said sounds to you, but God within us, expressing as the form of Laura, the form of British. And I'll say to my friend, do you if we're complaining, and everybody, we need moments like that. We do need someone safe. My friend Lisa Mayer, I call her almost every day, and we might share 5-10 minutes of our struggles, but it doesn't seem to weigh us down. We then move on to what is real, even though sometimes the struggles feel very, very real. We're just able to kind of, I guess, transcend that, if that's the word I want. But what I'll say to my friend is, if you don't like what's going on in your life, if there's something you're sharing with me that maybe I've heard this story over and over again, just stop in compassionate observation. This is something else I teach to my clients, a mindfulness exercise where we strengthen our relationship with our compassionate observer, that part of us that's even neutral and somehow also compassionate. So we're not judging all these other parts of us that might be distressed or depressed or anxious or scared or angry or hateful. Observe it and wrap it in your loving arms. So back to the thought habits. If you don't like what's going on in your mind and taking form and shape in your life, then change the conversation. Become aware, much more aware of the story that you're rehearsing. And if it doesn't reflect what you want more of in your life, then write a new script. Tell a new story. I've been doing that every day since I met British, since I couldn't or chose not to join him on the road this week because I had so much going on in my own life and prior commitments that I felt were important, like our Sounds of Unity showcase last night. I still changed my routine. Every day I've reached out to have a loving conversation with somebody, to explore something new, to walk for peace. Take one action today that promotes more peace in your life, in your heart, in your community. I love you. I love you. I love you. Until next time, dear ones. Bye for now.